7:15 Friday, only on 5.
And we're staying with sport now on 5, and as Bex prepares to don his LA Galaxy shirt, we take a look at the Major League Soccer clubs to see if the Americans can bend it like Beckham. Tim Lovejoy is our host for David Beckham's Soccer USA.
JD, best of the best brands. Cabrini, sportswear for the pitch and the street. David Beckham's Soccer USA, sponsored by JD.
Hello, good day and welcome to the MLS. That's Major League Soccer. I'm Tim Lovejoy, and yes, they do still insist on calling it soccer over there. But did you know that 18 million people play the game in the USA? That's more than Brazil, Argentina, Germany and England combined. Now, you might have just caught it in the press recently that England, Manchester United and Real Madrid's David Beckham has gone over there to play. Yeah, it's been the biggest news story in the world for the last couple of weeks, and we'll be hearing from David Beckham later in the show.
Hi Tim and the lads, hope you're well. Good luck with the show and looking forward to seeing you out here soon.
Come on, the MLS, I can't wait to get out there. Now, a lot has been said about the MLS, Major League Soccer, in the last few weeks, and we're going to be bringing you the whole American soccer experience. And like any league, it's got its good goals like this.
Didn't try and get to the ball quickly because he knows he's got Mullen coming up the other side.
Oh, what a move by Nguyen. Avoids Curtin. Avoids the keeper. Finds net. What a goal!
Oh, my Lord.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, Joseph.
It's the commentary. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Joseph. That is brilliant. It's also got bad challenges like this.
That is dangerous right there. Maurice Edu comes flying in.
No place for challenges like that in football or soccer. Yes, the MLS, that's the Major League Soccer, has got all the usual stuff like that. But the beauty of Soccer USA is the stuff they do differently, like analysing corners, speed and distance.
We talked about the speed of these crosses. Take a look at this one right here. It's not very fast. 28 isn't good enough. The only reason why it somewhat works out is it's on that back post. That's a long way for the ball to travel.
That's brilliant. And how about interviewing a manager whilst the game is actually on?
Frank Yalla, the head coach, the manager of the LA Galaxy, joins us live right now on the phone. And Frank, A, thank you for taking your time. B, let's get right to it. You and I were talking pre-game, and I said, you know, when's the last time you've spoken with David Beckham? And you told me it was when you guys were in Madrid, but you guys have been texting each other a lot. What are some of the topics that you guys were texting each other on?
Well, just the way we've been playing, and then what we've been doing this season. Obviously, it's not been a lot of bright moments to let David know, but just to keep him informed on the team and the heartbeat of the squad right now. So we know it's going to be busy and crazy, but he really does want to fit straight into this team and get us back to winning ways.
1 second, coach. Justin Mapp down the left side, serves one in, cleared out by Eddie Robinson.
Frank, you know David Beckham, you know how he plays.
This is going to be good. It's so similar, yet so different. Over the next 13 weeks, we're going to entertain ourselves, and hopefully you, with plenty of clips like that. We'll also do our best to educate you, because if you're anything like us, you'll know absolutely nothing about the MLS at the moment, other than David Beckham plays there. Also, each week we'll be joined in the studio by one of our mates who loves his football. This week it's the best-dressed man in golf and Arsenal fan, but don't hold that against him. It's Ian Poulter. He's here today. And also, we've all picked an MLS team, and we'll be finding out who Pulse and me have picked in a bit. So we know they do some things a bit differently over there in the States, but that doesn't mean it's all going to be new to us. There are plenty of familiar faces playing their football over there. OK, we all know about him, and of course he's joined by Abel Xavier and Kobe Jones at the Galaxy, and also Landon Donovan. There's Kobe and Landon Donovan there as well. Also, Shaka Hislop is at Dallas. Paul Dalglish is at Houston. We've all heard about Freddie Adu. He's at Real Salt Lake. Gaz always used to talk about a skillful player at Borough called Carlos Marinelli. There he is. He's at the Kansas City Wizards. Juan Pablo Angel and Claudia Reyna are at New York. And Danny Dichio, who's played for everyone over here, is playing for Toronto in Canada. So there are some of the players, and here's a look at who's done what so far this season.
Whilst our Premiership season ended at the beginning of May, the MLS is only about halfway through and won't finish till November. The 13 teams in the MLS are split into two conferences, the Eastern and the Western, and it's looking like the Eastern Conference is going to go right down to the wire. 5 of the 7 teams in it are all in with a shout, and the bookies have even made Juan Pablo Angel's New York Red Bulls the favourite to go on to win the MLS Championship Cup, which is the equivalent of the Premiership title. Over in the Western Conference, things aren't quite so tight. It's already looking like a 2-horse race between last year's MLS Cup winners Houston Dynamo and Shaka Hislop's FC Dallas. David Beckham's LA Galaxy, they're currently second from bottom in the Western Conference, but are by no means out of the running to make the playoffs, as they have 6 games in hand on some teams.
OK, so let's have our first look at the tables then, or as they say in the States, the standings. Even the tables are different there, right? This could get a little confusing, and I'm not entirely sure I've worked it out myself yet, but here goes. There are 13 teams in the league, so one team doesn't get a game each week, which is a bit strange. But then even stranger is the league is split into East and West conferences, even though they all play each other. This is what's happening in the West. The Galaxy are way off the pace, and they're not going to do much climbing for a while because they're not playing again in the league until August the 5th. That's because they're playing in the first ever Superliga, which is the mini tournament between Mexican and American teams. Having said that, they'll have plenty of games in hand after that, and as always, it's a marathon, not a sprint. Real Salt Lake are bottom, but they did beat Everton at the weekend, so they've obviously got potential. At the top, last season's champion Houston Dynamo are flying, partly thanks to the fact that until this weekend they hadn't conceded in over 700 minutes, which is an MLS record. And on to the East, it's all pretty tight, apart from at the bottom where the Fire aren't exactly hot at the moment. Toronto aren't doing badly at all, considering it's their first season in the MLS. At the bottom, all is not lost because, most importantly, there's no relegation from the MLS. Secondly, 8 out of the 13 teams make it through to the playoffs. And thirdly, there's ages left because each team plays 30 games over the regular season. Now, that really is complicated. Every team plays every other team in the MLS, home and away. Then they play another game against every one of the teams in their own conference. Then the teams in the Western Conference play one more game against their local rivals. Blimey, I think I'm going to need Carol Vorderman round to help me work this out each week. Anyway, that's enough about that. Let's have a look at what it's all about. David Beckham's Galaxy took on the mighty Chelsea at the weekend. Here are the best bits.
Ferraro again. High and long. One time and beautifully done by Florent Maluda. The save by Cannon, but Maluda measured it almost perfectly. Wide to Kobe Jones. The veteran looking in. Left-footed, and this one just misses off target. He nearly had one by Kyle Martino on a header.
Yeah, just sneaking in that back post. Great ball by Kobe Jones.
Lampard with the corner. Into the mixer there. This will come out for Cole trying to measure it. Terry there to follow, and it's off the post. It'll rattle on in. Chelsea strikes. John Terry as it rattles around, and Chelsea takes the 1-0 advantage. Shevchenko very active here as he let it on roll, and here's Shevchenko with a touch, and all beautifully done, but the offside flag is up.
That would have been great in practice.
Yeah, David, latest is he saw him go back into the tunnel with Ivan Pera. He is going to get that ankle re-wrapped. They're going to adjust the wrap on it right now, see if he can get him more comfortable, and then he'll continue his warm-up.